Hello and happy Friday. So, the last few weeks we have been talking about this idea of a compass with a true north guiding your life, right? So, first we talked about identifying what's actually in your hand. Are you using GPS or are you using a compass, and the impact of each one of those. And then we talked about how to figure out what your true north is. So now that you've either identified that you're holding a compass or you've switched to the idea of a compass and that you've begun doing the work to identify your true north, I want to talk a little bit about how you leverage this in your life. So you all, this is crazy. So it's estimated that adults make about 35,000 remotely conscious decisions every single day. That's insane, right? I thought so too, until I took a moment of pause to actually consider the decisions that I made just this morning. So I made the decision not to get out of bed right away. I also made the decision not to turn off my alarm. So yeah, my alarm was continuing to go off as I lay in bed. I made the decision to pet Taz during that time. I decided to consider what was on my schedule for the day, and I decided to roll over and face the windows to see if the sun was coming up over the horizon yet. You all, that's 5 decisions in a matter of about 8 minutes, and I'm not even out of bed yet. And that's not even considering the non-decision decisions that I was making. So you know, the ones that happen by default because of the decisions that you do make. So for example, because I decided to pet Taz and consider my day and look out the window, my non-decision decision was that I didn't fall back asleep. So what does any of this have to do with your true north? It has everything to do with your true north, because you should be leveraging your true north to guide your decisions. So what does this look like? So as you all know, my true north is happiness. And so when I come to a place where I need to make a decision, I ask myself, will this make me happy, or will it keep me happy? And if the answer is yes, then I do it. And if the answer is no, then I reevaluate. Now I want you to notice that I didn't say that I don't do it. It's not that simple. Sometimes you have to do the things in the moment that are unappealing, uncomfortable, or maybe even impractical to get you or even keep you on your path towards your true north. So for example, I have a coaching business, as many of you all know, and starting a business is not easy. I am most certainly not happy every step along the way. I'll be honest, it doesn't make me happy to network with guidance counselors or career center staff or principals, because at my core, I'm really an introvert. But when someone shares a networking opportunity with me and I notice my stomach's all tying in knots because the answer of will it make me happy is no, I reevaluate. And this is when my second question comes into play. Will this get me closer to happiness? And when the answer is yes, I do it. And at that point, if the answer is no, that's when I don't do it. So if a decision is not currently in line with your true north, or it does not get you closer to achieving your true north in the future, let it go. So as you're starting to leverage this, I want you to start with big decisions. Now this might seem counterintuitive, but it really is the simplest way to integrate your true north into your daily life. So hear me out. The biggest decisions are the ones that are most likely to have the most impact, and they're also the ones that generally have a clear alignment or misalignment with your true north. It's pretty easy to see whether this big decisions are gonna bring you to your true north. And it brings significant clarity to what could be potentially a tough decision. Now, I also want you to consider the reverse of this approach. If you were to start by leveraging your true north in small decisions, you're literally battling with long-standing habits, right? And we all know that habits can be very difficult to interrupt. So I want you to experience some quick wins with leveraging your true north so that you're motivated to integrate it into all of your decisions, not just when it's convenient. So to leverage your true north, you're going to develop a question that you can easily carry in your back pocket that you can pull out and ask yourself in the moment of any kind of decision making. Will this make me happy? Will this make me money? Will this give me confidence? Will this give me freedom? Whatever your true north is, plug it in there. And then secondarily, that second question of will it bring me closer to my true north? Hold these in your back pocket. And I'd love to hear not only what your true north is, but what your question is that you plan to ask yourself as a barometer to ensure that you're staying on track. So let me know below in the comments, and you all have an awesome weekend. Mwah.